Call the meeting for Thursday, October 3rd. Roll call, please.
Mr. Martin?
Present.
Mr. Spence?
Here.
Dr. Ross?
Present.
Administrator?
Here.
Present.
Mayor?
Here.
Solicitor?
Present.
Fiscal Officer, President, Mr. Merriman?
Here.
Mr. Mattern?
Here.
Mr. Daigle?
Here.
Sorry, Denise, I'm in a hurry. Please stand for a moment of silence and pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You have the minutes before our September 19th meeting before you. Motion made in order to approve.
So, man. Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Nay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Mr. Daigle?
You should abstain. You should abstain.
But then I'm agreeing with the majority of vote.
You weren't here. But-
Right.
Okay, whatever. Thank you. Does anyone like to speak with council tonight? Can you please come forward?
Good evening, Council. Robert Lockett, your representative for a couple of the fire district, report for fire district. Councilman Madden was there at the meeting. Basically, it was a short meeting. A couple of resolutions with regard to the Board of Trustees passing adjustments to the 2019 appropriations, and there was a bill with regard to the budget, accept the rates and determined by the Budget Commission authorizing necessary tax levy and certifying them to the county auditor. Basically, that was the extent of the meeting. Went over that. Some limited information was discussed regarding other areas. I won't get into that. Secondly, report from the results of the Subpoena program we had here at the building. And I got a report, the most recent one. It will get updates from now on, from subsequent to this report. This is dated September 18th. I'll give you 1,055 non-filing letters were sent out. That means people didn't file letters, they sent them responses. 676 subpoenas went out. Total for that cost of the subpoenas was $5,408. As of the 18th, we have collected $7,875, so we pay for the subpoena program. The projected amount with regard to what Rita has developed, we're looking at a collection fee, which we'll get all of it. They'll get the responses from the people, or they'll be taken into court litigation, and charges will be, and they'll be have to pay the amount that is determined here once it goes to the court. The overall figure to date that they project is $47,656. So the subpoena program is good. There's a good avenue to take every 2 years. That will get that less than $7,008 that I told you about. So it'll go about $40-some thousand we'll get over by April or May next year. She'll close down the program, and all those funds will be hopefully generated our way, and I'll keep in touch with Denise to make sure that she gets whatever money from Rita. I'd like to know, that way I can keep up with her. And she will provide me, that is Diane Marie, our representative contact that I deal with at Rita. She'll give me updates as I call, and I'll wait about 2-3 months, and I'll get you a new update with regard to the amount of money collected. So, any questions?
I just have an add-on. Bob's absolutely right. That was a very short meeting, and Kathy Calpe is instrumental in making those meetings quick with the financial side of things. What did happen after the meeting, or at the end of that meeting, was a lot of them firemen that was there talked about some very touching situations that happened on 911 and responses that they were aware of or went on directly in New York after those terrorist attacks. So, the meeting was good, but the afterwards of that meeting was very touching and enlightening about what some of these first responders have to go through in times like that. Thanks, Bob.
Okay. Harrington is a good representative of our village of Wintersville. Plus, he's a He's a huge asset with regard to the fire district, developing the district and getting these fire departments together for the benefit of them. Then this levy money gets to them with regard buying new equipment, and they didn't have that chance before. They had to run bingo programs and stuff like that, chances. Now they get some concrete money going their way, and we as a board of trustees oversee that money to make sure that it's going out, and a super individual with regard to Kathy Colopy, and I think Jason can attest to that. She's very, very meticulous and thorough, stays within the confines of all state regulations. She's really a super individual to watch over that fire district, and therefore watch over the money that comes in generated out, which is a lot of money in that levy. So it's a benefit to our community. The only thing is Harrington is still in the process of trying to get a grant together to get a fire training center built up in an area right around in back of the fire station. The only one they have now is a great distance away, and therefore we could benefit our community and the close communities so they wouldn't have to travel all the way to get this specialized training and all that. So I think it's we're progressing well with regard to the district. Okay.
Hey, thank you for everything. Ordinance and resolutions.
We have one resolution tonight. It's 2019-20. It is a resolution for the Village of Wintersville and Cross Creek Township to enter into a cooperation agreement to submit an application to the Ohio Public Works Commission for the Fernwood Road Resurfacing Project. That's a first read.
I need it done tonight, please.
Okay.
Motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Mr. Degenkolb?
Yay.
Second read, Resolution 2019-20. It's a resolution for the Village of Wintersville and Cross Creek Township to enter into a cooperation agreement to submit an application to the Ohio Public Works Commission for the Fernwood Road Resurfacing Project. Third read, Resolution 2019-20. It's a resolution for the Village of Wintersville and Cross Creek Township to enter into a cooperation agreement to submit an application to the Ohio Public Works Commission for the Fernwood Road Resurfacing Project. That's a third read.
Motion be in order to approve 2019-20.
So moved. Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Mr. Degenkolb?
Yay.
That's it for the ordinances and resolutions.
Thank you. You have the mayor's report, mayor's court report before you for September. $7,444.19 was received, $6,103.19 to the village, $1,296 to the state, and $45 to other. You have the September police report. You have 177 complaints, 247 incoming calls, 15 accidents, 40 cases, 14 alarm calls, 26 juvenile cases, 36 arrests, 1 other arrest, 4 parking violations, 9 out-of-town assistance, 1 dog bite, 24 auxiliary hours. Monies collected from old fines of September 2019 was $560.54 for a total to date of $14,088.16. I'm sorry,
93.
for total for fines from January 16th through September 19th of $93,173. Code enforcement report, 12 licenses, 600, 13 permits, 375. I'm gonna pass this. Give those to the council. I've been working with property at 123 South Avalon. If you go down South Avalon, in the winter, unfortunately, our trucks need a place to back up. And we've been using a driveway for quite some time, a gravel driveway that's down there. We've done some issues to that driveway in the times and to the yard, with the big truck at times, which we've repaired. What I've got with the administrator and with Chris Becker, and he's agreed to this terms and contract agreement here. What we're asking to do is we would pave that driveway for him, so it would make us easy to access that. Because if not, he's not. Basically, he doesn't have to allow us to use that driveway. Okay, and there's no way I can get a truck back out of there. okay? I can't back the truck up and go uphill and try to push it. It's not gonna happen. So he's agreed to us paving the driveway at a cost of $3,800. And basically, we're saying we will be responsible for maintaining 25 foot of that driveway from the road going back for the next 10 years. Everything else, he would be responsible for. So, I mean, any wear and tear on the driveway 25 feet further back, he has to take care of. We're not going to touch that. But we will maintain this for, 10 years. Then after 10 years, we can come back and look into this. But right now, there's just no way we can get a truck in and out of there without using that driveway. So there's another driveway we looked at down there, but the problem is it has a wall and other things, and it just is not convenient for us to get our truck through there. So I'm just looking for council, we need council's agreement to this, basically, because it is a contract. So I have a motion in place.
I'll make that motion. Mayor?
Can I get a second
Go ahead.
first?
Second.
Now comments, go ahead.
Okay, on that driveway, that's all we have to pay for 10 years is $3,800 to get that fixed. That's all we have to pay.
We're gonna replace it, it's gravel, we're gonna put an asphalt driveway in for $3,800.
Yeah.
We will maintain the first 25 feet of it.
Okay,
So
for the next 10 years.
Next 10 years. So again, our truck goes on it and, cracks it up or whatever, we'll fix it, But again, without that, I mean, it's a difficult situation, so. Any other questions?
How long is it? You said we're going to work on the first 25 feet of it. How long is the driveway?
I didn't measure it, the contractor measured it, it's
100 feet, 120 feet?
125 feet
Okay.
maybe, yeah.
Well, we don't have to worry about the other 75, just the 25, so.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And he's in agreement, he's, very cooperative. So, any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yeah.
Mr. Degenkolb?
Yay.
Thank you. So if you can get it signed, have him sign it and move forward with that before the snow flies. All right, Administrator.
Only have a couple quick items this evening. Just again, a reminder, the fall hydrant flushing starts this Sunday, 10 p.m. It runs through Friday at 6 a.m., so the residents may experience discolored water and/or low pressure. I received the prices for the sanitation packer. A little more expensive than the prior year. We're looking at just a little over $155,000. Be a 2020 model, and we currently have a little over $147,000 in the sanitation R&I. So it'll take a couple months to get it in. We should have the required amount of money by the time everything is finished and it's delivered to us.
Probably spring,
Yeah,
so
probably
the-
2 to 3 months.
so the bill probably won't come until then anyway.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
which we should have enough funds available. So you need a motion?
I need approval to order it, yes.
So
Even
moved.
if it's in the budget, but.
Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Mr. Degenkolb?
Yay.
That's all I have.
Any questions for administration?
Yes, I have one. The last meeting, we talked about you guys talked about the Columbia Gas marking the lines. I'm telling some of our residents there's nothing immediate coming, so they can pull the flags up. That was just for them to mark because,
No. They need those, I don't know when they need them pulled or when they're coming back, but those are in so they can do their engineering plans.
Well, again,
So-
I hear you, I pulled mine.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
the snow's gonna
I've been there
fly.
for 3
That's-
weeks.
Yeah.
I pulled mine. I
Not
mean,
gonna
I'm
hurt
sorry.
anything, but okay. That's,
I've cut my
I
grass.
just
It
wanted
got
to
pulled.
clear that up.
I pulled
okay.
them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mine's still flying, but they ain't going
Paint's still there, but not for much longer either. All right,
They may be back.
that's okay. They should have got it done. Thank you. We have nothing on unfinished business. New business, Mr. Degenkolb.
I just have two small items. Mayor and Walt, there was an email to you both this last week, that screenshot from that Facebook post regarding Parkview Drive. Can we get an update on that and kind of what the status is or what the processes are?
Well,
Go ahead.
I didn't get that from you.
Oh, no?
No. So, but I did get it from somebody else.
Yeah.
But I did not. I didn't know. I wish I'd have gotten it from you. But that's,
Yeah, I
that's-
dropped it, both of your emails.
I didn't get it, but thank you.
Okay.
But that property, we've been dealing with that property for the last couple of years. code enforcement officer has reached out to them. They have cleaned up the front, and we still have to give them 7 days, okay? So he will follow up with that property again in 7 days. If it's not taken care of, they will be cited into court. And again, based on our ordinances that we've passed before, if it's done before, like, if it's still a problem between the end of the year, if it comes up again, they'll be brought right into court. They won't have to have a notification again. So that's being addressed, and the front has been taken care of. And I spoke to the code enforcement officer, and he will be there again next week monitoring the situation.
Perfect.
Thank you.
The one other item I had, just another question. Talked to a resident lives on the corner of Starkey and Beechwood. Made note that there have been semi-trucks back and forth in that area.
Do we have any more of those no GPS signs?
That's what I was going to ask. They're not sure if they're coming in off of
We'll get some
Springdale
more.
or
We'll put
Winters.
some over there as well.
Okay.
That's probably what the problem is.
I'm sorry?
They have gone down?
She said they've gone down Starkey, back in Beechwood, not able to
That
get out.
makes sense, yeah. We'll put signs there.
Okay.
We'll put signs there as well.
I have the
Okay.
same complaint.
Okay?
And that's all I have. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Mr. Mattern?
Last Wednesday was the first meeting of the Regional Planning Commission, Jefferson County Regional Planning, coming off the summer break. Not any new business or anything, Walt, but if you got to follow up, now's a good time because they took the summer off. I can't remember we had anything hanging or
They
anything.
tore down the house on Subpoena. The other two are in dealings with the bank and bankruptcy, so I don't think anything else is going to happen. I think we're going to submit one on Locust, but somebody is mowing the grass there, so we haven't went any further on that one yet. I haven't got in touch with that gentleman
Okay.
to see.
On Locust where?
What's up?
I can't remember the address. It's
Oh, I know.
It's on the
Right
right-hand
next
side
to-
if you're going
right next
towards
to my
Canton.
mom's house.
It's
Yeah.
very close, yes.
I got you.
Yes.
The leaf collector getting ready?
I
Prepped
got a
up?
note here.
Oh, do you?
Glad you, because what he said in his report, we will get with the Public Works, and it'll be on Monday, so they should start being ready to pick leaves up on Mondays.
Okay, that's great. I was asked about that a couple of times. I was also asked about apparently a couple times during, I work over in Weirton, but apparently there's like a food truck that shows up in Wintersville every once in a while, like out by Napa or something.
Yeah, that's it.
That we don't have nothing. We don't have no.
We looked into this. Here's the issue, okay? You're not allowed private vendors and trucks to go and just sit on vacant properties and sell food, okay? However, if the business owner wants to bring them in and use it as a marketing and business tool, we cannot stop it, okay? So basically, it's been allowed that they can do it for a day or two as a marketing ploy for their business, okay? And that's what's been occurring. It's not stationed there, it's not long-term, it's coming in for a day or two. That's
Questions that I was asked about was the permitting. I says, we ain't got no permits or anything on this, but it would go through the health department of Jefferson County, I would
Exactly.
imagine.
Well, they do have, the health department,
Yeah.
very rigid with them,
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't hear any complaints about, oh, the food trucks here. I
No.
heard more of a, is it all right to eat from it?
Again,
I said, I didn't know.
any food establishment should have a health department sticker. If they don't see one, they shouldn't eat there.
Yeah, I ate the stuff. It's pretty good.
Right.
So the cookout next year at Merriman's house might be in
Well, that's a
jeopardy.
little different.
I was gonna say, I didn't see a
Never eat
sticker.
at Merriman's.
I didn't see a sticker down in Walt's office, and I saw a lot of people going through candy tonight, so.
Yeah, he comes down too.
The last thing I just wanted to bring up is, finance season's almost around the corner, so we should probably starting some things on insurance and all that here by the end of this month, so we can hit it in the middle of November, I would imagine, start.
Well, the insurance we're already looking at, we've been monitoring that throughout the year based on costs and everything, and we're still well below the numbers we had talked about in the season last year. The out cost of, the dollars we talked about where we would cover our employees. We're well below, the projections. We're working with him. We'll work with again, it doesn't renew until January 1st, so you really can't get any numbers until December. So we can't get anything on rates until December, which we will. And both Walt and the chief are working on budgeted numbers for next year, and we'll probably meet in November, just like we typically do.
Perfect. That's all, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Merriman.
Nothing, sir. I was going to bring up the budget, but you already took care of it.
Ms. Jean Angel.
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Becker.
Nothing.
Dr. Ross.
Nothing.
Mr. Spence.
Nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Martin.
I got just one or two things, but the mayor's good for that. He's always stealing your thunder, you know.
he's good for that.
Took mine last week, but yeah, just a reminder of the Halloween party's coming up, and on Halloween Day, 6 to 9 over at the elementary. Okay, another thing here too. I just wanted to reach out to our chief back there while he's sitting there. You know, these monies that he's been collecting, I'm very impressed and very amazed, very thankful that you could reach out and get some of these old dollars that was missing to come back in at a tune of almost $100,000, $93,173. That is money that we wasn't expecting to get, and now that we got it, you know, this is an amazing job you've done here, and I appreciate your office and whoever had any hands in getting this collected. That's all I wanted to say. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you very much. There are no transfers. Motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Comments, questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Mr. Kazenfeld?
Yay.
Thank you. I'll be out of town the next 5 days. Unfortunately, Mr. Merriman will be in charge, so choose the plates.
Then I said, fortunately, he'd be here, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm gonna bend his ear for a while. Things
And,
might change when he get back.
Well, the majority body here put him in charge, so good luck. All right. But no, if you need me, give me a call or I can answer the phone and get back to anybody. So that's it. Motion to adjourn to October 17th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, meeting adjourned.